One guy on the offensive line that I think will probably be one of the top guys taken off the board. Right tackle, Tristan Wirfs of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Going into his second year, he only allowed one sack all of last season. And you know who that was? Khalil Mack. So the guy's probably pretty good. He's going to play on a really good team. I don't know how much Tampa Bay is going to rush the ball this year. I know they have a bunch of guys in the backfield, but Tom Brady, he likes to throw the ball. But with that offense, I just think Tristan Wirfs with that contract, you're probably going to have him for at least 3-4 more years on the cheap. I think it's a great deal.
Yep, first-round pick, and you can get him. You'll also have that likely fifth-year option if everything keeps going well before he signs those mega deals for the that offensive lineman do. I think Tristan Wirfs, really, you work in Jedrick Wills as well. Any starting caliber rookie offensive lineman that you can pop in on their rookie deal is going to be a tremendous value, provided that the team goes along with it. Now, like you said, the rushing upside, less for Tampa Bay, but Brady, so smart, so quick on the release, not going to get sacked a lot as long as things go as well. So I'm going to say stock up for Tristan Wirfs. I think you pop him rookie value, plus Brady's not going to get hit too often. He likes to stay clean.
So when you're approaching this fantasy draft from a commissioner's point of view, are you looking at it just like you would like your regular Yahoo Fantasy League, where if you see Justin Jefferson in the third round, like obviously you probably want to take him, but like where does he kind of go in this type of draft? Is he like a first round guy because he's super young and he's super cheap? What do you think of a guy like Justin Jefferson or a guy like AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, guys in that tier who haven't been fully paid yet? They're going to, but you obviously have to look at this from a different approach compared to like a regular fantasy draft.
Oh, you're absolutely right. First of all, I want all the shares of Justin Jefferson. I want more.
Yeah, me too.
A wheelbarrow full of stock of Justin Jefferson and DK Metcalf. Like that guy, I've been in love with DK Metcalf. He's been my football man crush since the combine when he came out. AJ Brown, I think, is going to thrive as well with Julio taking some of the pressure off. I think that's going to be a tremendous fit. So here's what's going to be interesting with the draft and why I personally can't wait to watch it unfold. I'm going to be hosting it live from the AO Sports studio in Regina, Saskatchewan. Not quite Vegas. Oh boy. Like before, but
Reg Vegas.
Still pumped to be going back to Sask. And so myself and Jamie Thomas.
It will be.
Why? Because I gotta.
The director of scouting, Jamie Thomas, who is also the color commentator for the Winnipeg Jets on the radio side. We're going to be hosting the show. We're going to be bringing in Eric Metcalf, NFL great. Got his card right there, Skrizzy. My guy, Metcalf.
The legend.
The legend. He's going to be joining us in the pre-show. I'm going to be fascinated to see how that first round unfolds. Because unlike in the typical league where you have 12 teams where the strategy and redraft is you wait on quarterbacks. You sit. You wait and you can get value. In this league, there's 32 teams. So, Skriz, if you wait, who are you getting?
You don't want Jimmy G running your fantasy league. So
right, like who are you getting? And here's the other wrinkle to it, which again, I want to see how this unfolds strategy-wise, because this is the veteran player draft. So this year entering the league is Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, right? Mac Jones, right? So those guys are not available in that initial veteran draft. They become available in the rookie auction. So on the 27th, for those who miss out on a quarterback, or their strategy is, hey, you know what? I'm going to be paying money, and that's real money in Scorecoin. That's real score, SCO, that you bid, and how it's going to work for that rookie auction on the 27th, Skriz, which I think, again, is going to be super cool to watch, is each pick goes up for auction. So the first overall pick up for auction. Teams bid on it, and then when the pick comes in, okay, team one wins the first overall pick. Then right away, they select their player. So it's, boom, let's say, oh man, they took Justin Fields.
So you have to do your homework beforehand.
You got to do your homework. And then the second pick goes up for auction, and you bid, and then it goes. So now how people draft in the veteran draft on Saturday it's 3 days, by the way. That's a long haul. That's 53 rounds.
It's crazy because usually when rookie drafts in just regular fantasy leagues, usually it's those running backs or even quarterbacks in dynasty leagues that go first. With this league, you might want to grab a receiver first because you know he's going to last longer than a running back. And if you think the quarterback's going to flake out after 2 or 3 years, man, this is fascinating.
You might want to do
so much
that.
to wrap your head around.
And to your point earlier with Tristan Wirfs and Jedrick Wills, maybe you're looking in that rookie auction to get yourself a stud O-lineman. There are plenty of good ones drafted this year. Maybe you're looking to get the value in that rookie auction and get them on the super cheap, and you're going to have them for 4+ years.
Yeah, because you got to think good teams usually draft late in the real NFL draft, and they usually load up on O-linemen, D-linemen. So yeah, that's another fascinating aspect, man. This is
right?
this is wild.
It's crazy because you have when you go offensive line. Don't forget, obviously on defense, defensive line, edge, linebacker. I think as well, Skrizz, that this will be. We always overlook the kickers and punters, but you need both in the UFAFL.
Yeah.
Where did these guys go? Because there's only 32.
Yeah, and then like you look at Johnny Hecker, who's probably the best punter in the league on the Rams. How often are they going to punt? And he's probably way more expensive than your regular average punter who's on the Lions, for example. The Lions are probably going to punt 10 times a game, whereas Hecker's only going to punt 4. So are you trying to get the volume, like by accumulating stats? Or are you just going to take the Johnny Heckers, the Brett Kearns, because maybe I can sell these guys later because they have the brand name value?
Exactly. Could be. And that goes into the research of the general managers. Are you going by name recognition? Are you looking at that value? Because that's a great point you bring up. Personally, when it comes strictly to punters, I would want a punter on a bad team with a bad offense. They're going to be booting it a lot. So to me, that's where the value is. But somebody else might have a different idea on how they're going to build their team. And then, Skrizz, within all of this structure, all of these drafts, all of this, you're going to be over your 53-man, of course, right? Because of the rookie auction and then draft following. So how does your salary cap look? And then you got to chop it down to 53. So what players are then going to be available to be purchased on the free agent market at the end of all that before the season? It's a beautiful snowball.